Hey guys, this is Nick coming to you with another Infinity Kingdom video. In this one, we're gonna take a deep look at the seasonal event, the Hunting Festival. Now, I'm sorry if I'm one day late. It's been up and running for more than a day. I'm still on the road, so I'm gonna release it right now with all the information that I've gathered. Now, it's gonna be a little bit of a longer video because there are a lot of things we need to talk about. But before we get started, I want to warn people about two things that you're going to see in this video. Number one, you're going to see Insignia. Be careful. I'm going to give you the breakaway when it comes to the Insignia, the stats. But guys, you need to remember only a few players can get these Insignia. The stats on it, we're going to take a look, are not game ending. And most likely, these players that are going to get the Insignia, if you're a free-to-play low spender, even mid spender, you're probably already losing to these players because they're mega well. Them getting a small increased stats is not going to make them win harder against you than they already are. So be careful thinking that they're going to get too much. Let's get started now with the first one, Koi Gift Pack. Nothing changed here, guys. This one is still very good for a low spender. If you get a grand prize, very lucky. This grand prize is every 2 days. To buy in a chance to get this, you need to buy this bundle $5. You buy it 5 times every other day during the event. What happens is if you don't win the grand prize once, you're going to get the default consolation prize of 850 Eternal Grail. The value is here. This is a good bundle if you're going to be buying into this event. Now, the best bundle is still going to be this one, in my opinion, with the Koi gift pack. These two are the best ones. Why? This one is $50. If you don't buy it, you get 30 tickets. If you do buy it, as you can see, you get a lot more tickets when it comes to Token of Lights. You get some gem meat, which we're going to talk about soon. And you get this skin here. Now, this skin, because of the new system, you get two things from it. You unlock it and you get the skin that you can use for the technology speed increase, which is the best already at 5% when it comes to technology increase skin. But you need to be careful. If you're planning on using this skin to max out and use for PvP, you get the attack, the first stats. It's going to scale well to 15%. Very good PvP. But the technology upgrade speed is not a PvP skin or stats. So you need to be careful on that. Now, the look, really cool. Definitely good design. Next, we have the ingredient hunt. Ingredient hunt is the same as to Event to Go, I believe. The goal is simple. You want to make ingredient at higher level. You want to reach a level 12 at least once. If you look at the milestone, most player, the grind in this event should be about getting to level 12. If you get to level 12, you're going to unlock all of these goodies. Really good reward that you get here. And what happened is you're going to get 100 Eternal Grail plus 200. And you do get this Wise Hunter common, the blue one. Before I go to the Insignia shop, let's take a look at the other way to get these Insignia. Only one player in the whole event at the end of the event is going to get the gold one. Only 2 players at the end of the event is going to get the purple one. When you look at the Insignia tab, festival one, these are the one that you get from the ingredient hunt. Everybody can get to this one, plus 2%, 0.02% accuracy, 0.3 and 0.5. First, it's accuracy. Not a big deal, not going to change much or even anything at all. Even if the player that gets this one here is the biggest winner for this part of the event, this is not game changing. Not a big deal. What is really good and what every player needs to do, as I mentioned, is the milestone. You want to hit your milestone. Now, my tip to play this event is actually quite easy. You want to keep the biggest number on the bottom, either right or left. I keep them bottom right. What you want to do is only swipe left and right, and down. you don't want to go up. So left and right is okay, down is okay. Don't go up. If you go up, you're going to insert a tomato here at the bottom, and it's going to become really harder for you guys. Again, left and right is okay, and down is okay as well. Now, the hunting feast is the one I'm the most puzzled about, is the one I'm the most split when it comes to my feedback, because I don't like that there's two turkey. Now, two turkey, you get more reward out of it, yes, and it's definitely good for low spender, mid spender, even free to play. But I don't like the fact that you can kind of favor one, because at the end of the day, you select two friends, and you might let one of your friend down. I think it would be better if it was one turkey, three players, you and two friends working all together on one, or just one turkey, one friend. This is my opinion. This is my feedback. But the way this set up right now, free to play and mid spender, even low spender, and is going to get more token of light doing two turkey. And this is my biggest takeaway from this tab. My biggest recommendation for anybody that is not a big spender, focus on both turkey at the same time. When you look here, there's a lot of levels. But as you go up in levels, you need more gem meat to go up one level. Yes, the number of token of light per level is increasing, but as the number required for each level goes up in stages, as soon as you hit the next stages and you need more than 5,000 and it goes up, it's actually not worth it at a higher level. The highest level is going to require you so many gem meat, only for a few token of light, only for a few levels, that you are better off starting your second turkey. If you get to level 60 on both of them, you're going to get more token of light than getting to maybe 70 on only one of them, for sure. Now, if you are grinding for this one here, let's take a look and see if it's worth it. It's this one. Resilience, way better than accuracy. Resilience at 1%, really good. The fact that this is a permanent unlock, this Insignia, is actually quite good. Is it game ending? I don't think so. I think mid spender and above that are going to buy the gem meat in the bundles can try and go for this resilience rate Insignia, because it is a decent stat. Anybody that is under a mid spender should stay away from it, in my opinion. I think the grind for low spender free to play is to get more token of light with their gem meat than trying to get to this Insignia. This is my takeaway, my recommendation when it comes to the hunting feast. Mid spender, go all out, go for the resilience. Free to play, low spender, do two turkey, get more token of light out of it. Let's move on. Dazzling Wish here. Same as always, same as the previous few events. Grand prize is at 300. PD is at 250. The odds are still the same. There are two things that are different here. First, the ranking is way higher when it comes to the point for the daily ranking. I would say 2 or 3 events ago, 300 points were getting you probably in the top 100. Now you're not going to be in the top 200. So you need to be careful. If you were planning on ranking daily, it's harder now than ever. Other changes. This one here, the grind is still going to be for the castle skin. Still going to be for Eternal Grail. But you also have this Brave Hunter Insignia that is on the ranking. Only one player at the end of the whole event is going to get the gold one. Number 2 and 3 are going to get the purple one. Number 1 every day get the purple one. 2 and 3 get the blue one. Careful, guys. These does not stack up. So, example, if one player ranks every day and gets this 10 times and then get this one here, he's only getting the unlock for the gold and the purple once. This is not going to stack up in stats. If you look at this one here, this is the Dazzling Wish. Dazzling Wish is the best one in this festival because it's the crit. Be careful, on the event page you saw it was this one here, but this one clearly say Dazzling Wish event, and this one says Pinnacle. These are the one from that Dazzling Wish, and these are the best one because they're crit. But at the end of the day, again, guys, if you're a low spender, a whale getting a plus 0.5 crit on their account is not going to matter to you. It matters for whales against whales. And at plus 0.5, again, it's not the end of the world. It is a good stat, one of the best stats, but it's not the biggest buff. Now, let's move on to the Grail Shop. Nothing has changed when it comes to the challenge shop. What you want to do as a player here is simple, especially if you're struggling on Stardust. The first 2 or 3 days, you only get the Stardust. You grind for the Stardust. You can use a little bit of tickets, but not too many of these because you want to save them once the hard mode unlocks. Once that is unlocked and you can challenge to the end, you can gem all you want and you want to start getting the token of light and the Stardust every day. But not from day one, because day one, if you raid the last level, you get less of this currency than if you raid the hard last level. Careful. Now, when you look at the Grail Shop, there's a few things I want to talk about here. First, it's still Fufei. Looks like it's always going to be Fufei. Looks like they're never going to cycle through Anubis or Ninetale. Looks to be Fufei all the time. 2, as you can see, Tengu is there, Medusa is there, but you do not see Apollo, you do not see Ares. So if you wanted to work on these 2 immortal, they're not in the shop. Careful. But the biggest change is going to be here in the Crimson Moonlight. If you look at that Crimson Moonlight here, this is endgame well content. First, if you don't have a Chaos Immortal or you're not planning on getting Chaos Immortal, don't even think about it. It's just waste. Don't go for it. If you are a player that is planning on going for a Chaos Immortal, my first recommendation is work on your Chaos Immortal first. Once they're strong enough on specialization, you can think about Crimson Moonlight. But if you're not a mega spender, I would not buy Crimson Moonlight from this shop. I think it's a bit of a trap. Yes, it's good that they added it. But if you're not lucky in the Dazzling Wish event, your Crimson Moonlight is actually more expensive in this shop than the Zuma Tower. And the Zuma Tower is already quite expensive on Crimson Moonlight. Again, I would say mid, even high spender content here. Now, this one, again, wait for the hard mode. Nothing changes. Let's take a bit more time to talk about the Pinnacle, though. This one is good, but not as good as the other one, in my opinion. Reason is you get Chaos Shard. Chaos Shard is good for anybody that has a Chaos Immortal, especially if you get lucky and you get it towards the Chaos that you want or you're playing or you're working on. But these are random shard are ones, not the biggest chance to get what you want. And 2, a lot of players actually don't get to play a Chaos Immortal. All the free-to-play, I think, preferred Castle Skin than a Chaos Shards Immortal. Now, the one thing for them that I'm going to say is, yes, you don't get a Castle Skin, which would be better in my opinion. But here you can unlock an Immortal on the Chaos level and then work on the Affinity because you're going to get a better Insignia out of these Immortal. I will release another video on Affinity very soon to explain how to better use your Affinity items. It's going to come down to Chaos. So here, just remember, it's not a waste even if you're not going to use this Chaos. When you look at the Pinnacle, only 1 player is going to get this one here. Only 2 to 10, so 9 players are going to get the Elite one. Everybody that completes the challenge when it comes to the Pinnacle is going to be able to get the blue one. Again, if you look at the festival, these are dodge rate Insignia. So the Mega Whale that's going to get this one, it's not going to change much. The top 10, the other 9 players that get this one, not going to change much. If you cannot get to the last level of the Pinnacle, your friend can. They get a plus 0.2, by 0.2% on dodge rate. If you were beating them, you're still going to beat them. It's not the end of the world. Now, overall, I think this event is quite nice. This one here is going to get a lot of freebies to free to play and anybody. This one's gonna get a lot of free tokens of light to free to play low spender. Mid spender can try to go for the resilience. Overall, I like this event. The two things that I don't like is the fact that you might let a friend down here. This is a bad feeling. And two, I would say overall, the Insignia are okay because they're not the biggest stats. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about, and I think we need to be careful of here, is these are seasonal events. They're not the biggest stats, but they will add up as we get more seasonal event. And for a new player, these Insignia are not going to be available for them until the next hunting festival, which is in a year. And is it going to be the same Insignia? This is where we need to be careful because a lot of players what they do like is collect as much things that they want as they can, but they're not going to be able to collect these ones. That's my biggest drawback, I think, about the Insignia being in the festival. But overall, I do like this festival. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, any concern, any topic request, just let me know, guys. Have a good day.